Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. I was supposed to do my podcast last night. Unfortunately, I had technical difficulties, but I have decided tonight to do a Mother's Day special and just dedicate this episode to mothers, single mothers especially, and say that being a mother, I know isn't easy. I'm not a mother my own yet. I hope to be someday. But being a mother is not easy. It's very you have to make sure you're involved with your kids and be there for your kids. I know some really good mothers out there, and I know that it's not easy at all. Like it's very it's being a mother can be very rigorous. Um, I'm very grateful to my mother. Excuse me. I'm very grateful to my mother and how she has raised me, my brother, and how she has instilled values within us, and how she has taught us to be productive adults. A lot of mothers beat themselves up because when us kids get older, like sometimes they like I'm not gonna say regrets having us. They just it's a lot of disappointment, especially when you're estranged from your daughter or your son and you haven't talked to them in say 10, 20 years. And like you as a mother feel bad on yourself because you feel as if you wasn't there and um, you wasn't very hands-on or involved with your kids. It can be very taxing on a mother sometimes, and I feel like I want to shout out to all the mothers and give them credit for actually being active in your life. And if you're a single mother with the active father and you guys co-parent good, I would like to give a shout out for that because it's not always easy. It's not always easy to co-parent with your ex. It could be very hard and very taxing also. But if you have a consistent co-parenting relationship with your child's father and he's like always on top of his game and at every activity your child's involved in, at every recital your child's involved in, that makes it easier, and it makes it better. I want to give a shout out to all the mothers that are responsible for their kids and still get up, put food on the table and clothes on their back, and are in school pursuing a career while working one or two jobs. Um, I'm not gonna call you guys super mom because I know you guys are sick of hearing that, but you guys are like badass moms. To me, you're a badass mom, just like my mom's a badass mom. My mom always says you shouldn't look for me as an example because I'm not perfect. Yes, my mom's not perfect, but she's my mom. So, and I give her grace and like I want to be able to understand her in a way that is with compassion and with empathy. My mama has been through a lot with me and my brother. And I'm grateful that she is teaching me the ways of how to be a woman, how to act like a woman, and what not to do in life at certain times and stuff. And my mom is definitely, I have to say, a peacemaker. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know. I think I would be like totally lost without her. But then it's just like I would be totally guided by her advice, which I am. Because if it wasn't for her, if she wasn't here, I think I would be messed up and I wouldn't know what to do, like with my life. But because of her instilling so many values in me and my brother, that I think she did a damn good job. Just like other single mothers like her in her same similar situation and stuff. Mothers are like, I feel like they say dads are the head of the family. I feel like mothers are the head of the family. The reason being is because they do the most out of dads. Not to say dads don't have a big job as far as being a dad and taking care of their kid, but we mothers have to be pregnant for 9 months. No, have a menstrual cycle, and then with your cramps hurting, and then oh wow, and then um and then have a menstrual cycle, and then be pregnant for 9 months. It sucks, but that's what we were created to do. Adam and Eve, it says it in the Bible. I think if Eve wouldn't have ate the apple, we wouldn't have to go through what we go through every month and every 9 months. Like, it just sucks. Depending on how many children the woman may bear and agreed upon with your partner or stuff like that. So I just wanted to take the time to dedicate this episode to all the fantabulous and amazing mothers out there. Um, I my hat goes off to you. My hat goes off to you because I know being a mother is not easy. It takes a 24-hour job. I am grateful for my mother and the values and lessons that she has taught me along the way. Like I said, if it wasn't for her, I think your girl would be totally lost with like unanswered questions. But I'm not lost because I have my mother, and I'm like really eternally grateful for her. I swear on everything. People tell me things that I already know. Like, oh, you should be grateful to have your mom. You know what? I am. And like I said, if it wasn't for her, I swear on everything. Like, I would be lost without her. I would be nothing without her. But at the end of the day, I'm an adult that is like still trying to find her way and learn about this life, because this life that we're living in is not easy. It's not easy for nobody. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for my mom. It's not easy for women, period. It's just I feel like we have to go through a lot more than men do. Not to shun or shut down man, a man, but I feel like as a woman we have to go through 100 times more because we have a menstrual for 28 days and then we bear children for 9 months. It just, I don't know. It has, being a woman has its pros and cons for me. Uh, like I said, my hat goes out to women that like bear children for 9 months and have their menstrual cycle. It's just, um, it's it's amazing to me because if we didn't have women on this earth to exist, I don't think men would be able to even even focus, like not focus, but even function without a woman because they come from their own mom. Their moms give birth to men. I mean boys first, and then they convert to men and stuff like that. So I just think as adults we need to um, be more available to our parents because we're adults, but then you have to look at them. They've done so much for us that they're getting older and they deserve to, like, I don't know, deserve to rest and and realize that they're loved and like appreciated for. Because I feel like some parents that are from their estranged from their son or daughter, they don't feel the love, and especially if they're not talking to their son or daughter on like special holidays like tomorrow, Mother's Day, which I think is a very important holiday. To take the time to just appreciate them, especially the single mothers, because if we didn't have um single mothers out there, who would help them raise their kids? Like they had to do it all on their own. They had to do it all on their own. Make sure their their kids were clothed and fed, and sacrifice even more and stuff. So I just think that like we as adult children need to be like even more grateful and stuff. I'm learning about my mom each and every day. She doesn't tell me everything, which she doesn't have to, but I thought doing this episode for Mother's Day would be cool. Um, I tried to do a recording yesterday, but it didn't work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I want to know. I'm going to pose a question on my Instagram. Hopefully I could put this, drop this episode. It'll be I'm going to call it a Mother's Day special. And the next Friday I can drop episode, 16. And we're going to talk about the difference between fake friends and genuine friends. Um, but I thought this episode would be cool to uh, talk about mothers since tomorrow is Mother's Day. And I'm going to pose a question. What are you, first, I have two. What is the most special thing about your mother? And what is the most fondest memory of your mother that you do have? Whether your mother is dead or alive. And What's your most fondest memory of your mother as a kid? For me, I'll start. For me, I remember my mom always taking me out to like different things, like different museums and zoos and everything. It was pretty cool, even though sometimes I fought against it, just like every kid does when their parent is trying to do um, stuff for them, like take them out to different places or just different things in general. But what is the fondest memory that you have of your mother? Whether she's dead or alive, and what is your favorite dish that your mother makes on like Christmas or Thanksgiving? A traditional dish. I'm gonna post this question on my Instagram, and hopefully I can get comments and stuff. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all. See y'all next Friday for episode 16. Peace. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day from the Hear Me On podcast. Peace out.